Well, good afternoon, and we're out for another walk. Again, I'm struggling time-wise and weather-wise, so anyway, I'd like to thank this stage anybody who viewed my recent video about question input, or like maybe all you need to do is a ultra long mono exposure, so monochrome exposure. So yeah, that video is going down very well, so yeah, I thank everybody who's watched that. So we are today, well, we've parked just near Stonethwaite. We've actually been along here before, a video about waterfalls on a very wet Stonethwaite Valley. But it's not very as wet today. It's relatively dry, and we're going similar. We're going. Last time we were looking for Galeni Force. We are going past Galeni Force, but then we're going to go and follow Langstrath Beck, possibly going towards. I think it's Stake Pass. And I think there might be some waterfalls on the back up there. We go back past Black Pot Moss, I think it's called, Black Moss Pot. I'll put the name on the video. So yeah, so I mean that's the plan. As you can see behind me, this clouds are fairly grey, etc. But if we nice find some nice waterfalls, that'll be compensation. So yeah, we'll just carry on and see where we end up. So right, I'll stop rambling and we'll see you a little bit later. Right, well, we've got to Galeni Force. There it is up there. I think there's slightly less water coming through than when we were last here. I wasn't planning at the moment of stopping and taking any photographs. What I'm going to do is I'll carry on towards Black Pot Moss, and we'll see what we can see on the way. And if there's time on the way back, we may capture some more images here. So anyway, we'll see you a little bit later. Right, well, we've come down to the river and found a composition. You can see it through the video camera there. We've got, we're slightly more zoomed in, but we've got the juxtaposition between the Cascades on slightly to the left and the big rocks up slightly to the right. And then you can see that the mountains behind. So that was the composition I've come up with. I'm not going to be moving around much. As you'll see, I've taken a bit of B-roll as we look at the camera through to there. We're on a slight, we're not precarious, but we're not in a position where we can just wander around. So yeah, that's the composition. We took it at a standard setting with just the polarizer on, and that was about 80th of a second. And then I've put as we see there, I've got a 6-stop ND filter on, and we've taken one at is it 0.8 of a second and 0.4 of a second, just to see how we go. And whatever's the best one, we'll put it up. And now we're going to carry on and head on further down the river to Black Moss Pot. So anyway, we'll see you a little bit later. Right, we've come to some more Cascades and a sort of lone tree, which would be, I think, would make quite good compositions. But there's a few people playing in the river, so I'll note it down and we'll see if on the way back we could stop off at this point. So yeah, it's interesting. So yeah, unfortunately not at the moment, so we'll carry on up to Black Moss Pot and see how we can get on. So we'll see you a little bit later. Right, well, we've come to these Waterfalls, Cascades on the river going up Stake Pass. This was one of the aims coming here. You possibly, I will have seen, or you certainly will see some drone footage. I've had the drone up and I have tried taking various pictures with the drone, so if any of them are any good, we'll put them up at some point on the video. So I'm just going to have a mooch around. It's quite a large area to try and find some compositions, so we'll see what we can do and we'll see you a bit later. Right, well, we've come up with our first composition and I've actually got some sun coming out. Yeah, it's more or less as you see there. And you can see the camera down there, and then we've got the sort of the big falls at the bottom here, and then these ones further up at the top. Taking it, all got polarizer on, but with different ND filters to get different shutter speed. So I've taken different compositions, and whichever is the best, we'll put up on the video, and then we'll go and have a hunt around and see if we can come up with any more compositions. So yeah, we'll see you a little bit later. Right, well, we've done a couple of compositions further up that, if they're any good, we'll show you. And I think this is the last one. I've been having problems with this one with the sun coming out and getting glare, but you can't see it on the live view, but you can see it on the actual images. So I've been trying to put my hand in the right place, and I think I've stopped it. So yeah, it's interesting, but I think if it's any good, we'll put these compositions up there. We're going to head back down to the footbridge and then back to Langstrath back and head up the valley a little bit more, because there's some more waterfalls up there. So yeah, we'll see you a little bit later. Right, we'll come to this waterfall on Langstrath Beck, and yeah, we've taken one or two images. There you can see there's the camera, so I've just come round here. We'll see that's more or less the composition. But what I did notice is, if we look back, up there, there's the waterfalls we're on the way to Stake Pass. You can't really see it, but somewhere across there's a bridge that we came across. And then we came down to the bridge over this Langstrath Beck, and there's an actual waterfall under the bridge. I didn't stop to do anything about it, but we'll have a look as we go back. You see, it's in a very narrow canyon, so whether we can actually get down to get an image, I don't know. But this one here is very impressive, and as I say, we've got some nice images, both at the standard exposure and then with long exposures with the I'm trying to think, I think we only just put it's a 3-stop ND filter on, so it's only good. We'll put it on the video and we'll head back to the bridge, see if we can get anything there, and then we'll head back to Black Moss Pot that we didn't really stop at on the way here because there was quite a lot of people jumping in and whatever. I'm hoping as we go back it might be a bit quieter. So right, anyway, we'll see you a bit later. Right, well, we've managed to get down next to the bridge to see this waterfall. You can see it there. But I've wandered around this little bit and I can't actually come up with any compositions. But what I did notice, if we look down the stream to there's a bit jutting out there, and I have been round but without any cameras, and you can relatively easily get down there, and I think that is where we'll get quite a good composition. So we'll go along there, set up, and then we'll talk through the composition. See you shortly. Right, we're in a little bit of a precarious position. Let's get that better. I can see in the camera now, and I'm recording on the actual stills camera as well, so you can see the image here. I've actually got because we're further away, we're on the 70 to 200, we're actually nearer the 70 end, maybe slightly zoomed in, if just, probably about 90. I have taken an image at the standard exposure, which on this occasion was a 25th of a second. But you can see we've got the bridge along the top there, and then the two little waterfalls. And I think it forms quite a good composition because you've got nice greenery there. As I say, we've taken it at a 25th of a second, and then what we'll do is we'll put probably just a 3-stop ND filter on, and we'll take some long exposures, and then whatever is best we'll put up, and then we'll head back towards Stonethwaite, where the van is, and stop at anywhere we see on the way. So yeah, we'll get these images taken, whatever's best we'll put up on the video, and we'll see you a bit later. Right, well, we've made it to Black Moss Pot on the way back. I think I'm on the wrong side, really, as you can see. There isn't really a way across. I suppose I could get across there if I wanted to, but I have got some pictures of Black Moss Pot, and I would have taken them from just up there. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on. There is some waterfalls slightly further down that I want to try and capture, so we'll see you shortly. Right, well, we found a composition. So I'm getting the two sort of cascades or waterfalls coming down, and as we go up we've got the tree in the middle, and as you saw from where the camera is very low, to try and get the tree in the sky. So hopefully that'll come out. Again, as with others, we've taken it as standard exposure, and then with the ND 3-stop ND filter on to get longer exposures. So yeah, I think we'll I think that'll do here. I'm not going to hunt around for other compositions, but we're going to start and head back because time is getting on. Now whether we'll stop back at some of the others, I'm not quite sure, but we'll see how we get on, and if this is any good we'll put it up on the video and we'll see you a bit later. Right, so I think we've come to our last waterfall to capture its image today. You can see the camera there. We're just in this canyon, I suppose, gorge canyon. It looks quite deep in the water there, and there's the water coming down the waterfall. So to say that's the composition. I wasn't aware that there was going to be so many waterfalls, and there are many more compositions that I could have come up with. At most I've just taken one or maybe two. So yeah, and again we've taken it at various shutter speeds, all with just the polarizer on, because it's getting quite dark now. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. It must be getting on for around 9 o'clock. So this is still Langstrath Beck. I'm just trying to yeah, it's about 10 to 9, so yeah, I think we're going to head back to the van now. So to say, if this is any good, we'll put it up on the video and we'll see you shortly. Right, well, it's been a good afternoon, evening, hasn't it? I wasn't quite expecting to come across quite so many waterfalls, but I've actually lost count of how many compositions I've done. I'm not quite sure whether it's 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably running into double figures, so yeah, it might be quite a long video, this Waterfalls of Langstrath. So yeah, we're heading back to Stonethwaite. We might just nip into the hostelry and have some liquid refreshment before we head home. But yeah, it's been a good afternoon, evening. I mean, it's sun's gone down behind the mountain over there, so yeah. So as always, if you've enjoyed the video, please click the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, why not subscribe? If there's anything, absolutely anything, please comment. So yeah, that would be brilliant. I'm not quite sure what's happening here. Let's just, I think it's alright. We'll see. Just at the time on the video doesn't look that long. I thought I'd been here longer than that, but anyway. So, right. Yep, as I say, please comment if there's anything particular about this video or anything about the Lake District or landscape photography. Please do comment. So yeah, it's been good. I'm not quite sure where we're going next. I do want in the next few weeks try and go camping, go wild camping and do and vlog that, whether that'll be just one video or more than one. So yeah, we'll see. So anyway, I'm beginning to ramble again, so anyway, we'll see you on the next video.